Yes, you got Dropbox and Google Drive and other bits and bobs, and it's all good, but this is basically like Google Drive and Dropbox and all those other platforms on steroids, because it actually has a IP attached to it and it's clever. So you can interact with the program on a basis where it's actually smart, as opposed to Dropbox, which is a filing cabinet that you just store crap in it and you never get to. It's cleaned up boxes and boxes of paper and files and rubbish that I had in my basement. So utilizing the concierge service which FutureVault has, and or my own concierge service, they would scan all the documents in, and then everything would flow up, and then I'd be able to aggregate it and pass it into different folders and into different sections. So, all my houses, all my apartments would go into the property folder. All the mortgages would then be added up, so I could see exactly how much I owe the bank and how much I'm making, etc., etc., etc. And I used to do this in Excel, and I still do to a certain extent. But in Excel, like, codes break, your array breaks down, things go wrong, your controller messes up a date because there's input error. So it becomes a little tricky. Whereas it's pretty foolproof and pretty robust because it's scanned in. So the margin for error is way smaller. So for me, it's basically given me 5 hours a week of extra time that I don't have to waste doing rubbish that I just don't want to do. It's very easy to drag and drop and to play and to manipulate and to aggregate. And the most important thing for me was the aggregation ability. So looking at assured assets, managed assets, and property assets, adding all those numbers up and coming up with your net worth number, which is the one number which is the most important thing, because that's you. Like, how much are you worth? With all your property, all your insurance, all the stuff that you've accumulated over your life, because you're high net or ultra high net worth, what's the number? Very few people know their number really, really tightly. They kind of have a gist. FutureVault gives you that clarity and control on that number. My clients are definitely seeing the value because it's giving them clarity and control on their resources, their finances, their documents, etc., etc., etc. So, God forbid a loved one passes away, where's the will, where's the power of attorney, where's etc., etc., etc. It's all at your fingertips. So yeah, clients are loving the fact that all their stuff is in one place, accessible 24/7 anywhere in the world. It's pretty much like getting an iPhone. When you start it off, there's buttons everywhere and you really don't know what's going on. But fast forward 12 months and you can't live without it. So I equate the FutureVault to the iPhone. I didn't need it before I had it, but now I can't live without it.